Everybody, welcome to Foundations Friday 28. What is your kryptonite? This episode was inspired by my Superman Man of Steel rash guard shirt that I wore under my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gi this morning in class. And then the t-shirt, that's an old Superman comic book cover t-shirt that I have on now after class. But really by Superman himself, whether it's Batman, fighting against Superman, or bad guys fighting against Superman, or whatever, with their kryptonite, right? That thing that takes his power. He keeps fighting and he faces it. And he knows that it's something that scares him, that makes him weaker, that he can't defeat, but he does. And he keeps trying. And probably one of the big reasons that I love comic books so much and did as a kid and still do and love seeing all these movies now is just that heroic inspiration, right? That we as even normal people can get. And think about, what is our kryptonite? Staying up too late, having that extra beer, glass of wine, not mending relationships, whether it's at work or with your spouse, not spending enough time with your kids, fear of flying, tapping out too early in jiu-jitsu, or not working hard enough in a sport, not speaking up in a meeting at work, not putting in effort at work because you're the burnout. So how do we address these kryptonites, right? And I think it's head on, right? It is a way to do it. And I'm certainly not close to perfect and have plenty of these kryptonites, many of which I just mentioned. And so, the way that I've found that's helpful to address it is talk directly with your spouse, go to counseling if you need to, exercise regularly, don't get the extra beer. Take a break, go to sleep on time, spend time with your kids, like schedule time, have a regular time. We do this thing, Warrior Wednesday. So every Wednesday we do some jiu-jitsu stuff or some boxing things as me and my boys. And one, it's just fun, wrestling around with your kids and teaching them real things. And they both study jiu-jitsu now. But and at work, put that effort in, get re-inspired, take a break. Like I talked about last episode, if you're burnt out, take a break. Put some PTO in. If you can't take PTO, just try and build micro breaks in, like I mentioned during the day, something to stay there. Or if you're at a point at work and your kryptonite is that you're just not happy, then, find something else to make you happy. And, for a lot of folks this week, the kryptonite or, this past few months is fear of getting back into the world. And now, again, just like I mentioned on a previous episode here, facts versus fear. Vaccine is good. No, it's bad. Masks work. They don't work. The Delta variant, all this kind of stuff, and it's confusing, but I think we can live our lives collectively facing our kryptonite like Superman does, whether we're afraid of it or not. And I know I'm going to try to do that better in each areas of my life, and I wish you all the best, and would just say that we have an advantage now of we're getting back into the world, but also some leeway to have time with this, telework and things. Is make the most of it. Make the most of the time you have at home, before work, after work, and for yourself. And I thank you all so much for, one, we have 100 followers now on the blog on peopleprocessprogress.com. That's awesome. I appreciate every single one of them. Every one of the listeners and downloads, we're creeping up on 25,000. That's pretty amazing. I'm always amazed with every single listen, and I just appreciate you all so much. Reach out on Facebook and Instagram, People Process Progress, peopleprocessprogress.com. Email me, peopleprocessprogress@gmail.com. Stay safe out there, everyone. Wash those hands, and Godspeed.